Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, students. Once again, welcome back Pakistan International School Taif virtual learning system. Hope you all are well and learning a lot from this system. This lecture is for grade first year boys and girls, Pakistan culture, and you know that we have started chapter 4, Pakistan culture. Today we will continue this chapter 4, Pakistan culture. Pakistan culture chapter 4, this is your reduced syllabus, and the first part of this chapter which is included, that is ideological moorings, Islam, the Holy Quran and the Prophet, oneness of Allah, Tawheed, prophethood, Risalat, knowledge, ilm, deeds, amal, the hereafter, Akhirat. This topic we discussed in detail, and I told you about the Pakistan culture is embedded in the belief that the universe is based on a truth, on Islam, which is absolute. The immutability of truth, stabilized Iman, faith, without which neither the faith nor beliefs could be sustained. It is the awareness of this truth which gives a meaning to Pakistan culture, which is based on Islam, which is based on the teaching of Quran and Sunnah. This knowledge is based on the divine revelation which have come down through the prophets since the creation. Thus, the teaching of the Quran represent the eternal truth, and it's obligatory for a man to avow the truth. Also, we discuss in detail Tawheed, prophethood, Risalat, knowledge, ilm, deeds, amal, and the hereafter, Akhirat. Today, the topic which we will discuss, that is social pattern, tribal, feudal, rural, and urban. And the other topic which is included, that is education. Social pattern, tribal, feudal, rural, and urban. Overall, a long question can be asked from this topic. What is the social pattern of Pakistani culture? This can be asked in long question. The Pakistani social pattern of Pakistani culture. The Pakistani society in its regional and the provisional setting presents different colors, different pictures. Variegated means different colors, while one finds the tribal system. You know that we have discussed also the tribal system, especially in frontier and Balochistan. The countryside of Punjab, Sindh and Kashmir presents the cultural scenes of ancient ruler and the agrarian societies. The towns, the cities still bear the rhythm and harmony of the Middle Age and modern life, which grew up with the coming of the Muslims and developed through the British rule. The cities too have different faces. For example, the modern industrial town, all the time busy with life and activity, while the non industrial towns, if we compare to the industrial town, these are calm and quiet. In fact, the varied landscape, the lofty mountains, vast stretches of plains, the perennial rivers, green valleys, forests, deserts produce the very form Pakistani society. This is a very small explanation or the review of Pakistani culture or the Pakistani society. Which you know that Pakistan has four provinces, and in Balochistan and frontier tribal system that is very strong, and also the old traditions and values. Then we discuss the Punjab, Sindh, and Kashmir. They show the cultural scene of the also the old time and the modern time. The town and the cities also represent the picture like the developed industrial town, all the time busy in life and different activities, and the non-industrial towns continue to the calm and quiet, while the non-industrial town continue to be calm and quiet. And also the varied landscape, also we have discussed in the chapter 2, Pakistan has the different landscape, the lofty mountains, stretches of plain, rivers, forests, valley, deserts, and it produced the very form Pakistan society. Now we will discuss province-wise this Pakistan culture one by one. First of all, we will discuss Balochistan. In Balochistan, the most important, the most common sight that one comes across in the countryside is that of shepherd, like a person who tends and rear sheep, grazing their sheep, goat, and camel in the summertime and moving down during the winter with their animals and small tents towards Sibi, because on that time the weather is very cold, so moving down during the winter with their animals to the other town or small tents towards Sibi. Kachi and the plains along the Indus down the coastline of Makran, it is customary to see fishermen with their fishing nets early in the morning, while the women folk attired in a long sleeve flowing. In Balochistan, the women dress a special dress, long sleeved flowing dresses with colorful needlework, and it is called pashk. Underline, it can be asked in MCQs. Go about giving a helping hand. Now, the second which we will discuss is the North Frontier. North Frontier beyond Balochistan, in the North Frontier, the KPK, or one meets the tall, steady Pathan still living under the full-fledged tribal system. Also, we discussed in the previous lecture that Balochistan and North Frontier, these two provinces, they are having a very strong and old tradition and strong tribal system with a tribal code, what it is called or known, that is Pakhtun Wali, which governs their social conduct. It has three main characteristics or three qualities, or these are: first, Badal; second, Melmastia; and the third one, the Jirga. Now we will discuss in detail. Number one, revenge, Badal, that is avenging any injustice or injury to the family regardless of consequences. Number two, Melmastia, or hospitality and security to anyone who enters a Pathan house. Nanavati, that is the right of every Pathan to give security, safety, and support to friend or foe. The Pakhtunwali is based on a number of institutions. These three characteristics are number one is revenge, Badal, number two, Melmastia, and number three is Nanavati. Now, the Pakhtunwali is based on a number of institutions. What kind of institution? Number one, the Jirga, then the Riwaj, and Lashkar, the Hujra. The Jirga, also we have discussed in the previous topic. Jirga, general meeting of the elders, tribal elders, chiefs, sardar, which decides all the disputes, the riwaj and the shariat, custom and religious law, which provide the legal system. Lashkar, tribal army, which comes in handy to fight the common foe. The hujra, guest house. The hujra, we can say guest house or the community center found in every village for collective social activities. Now, Punjab, the largest province in respect of population. Balochistan is the larger province area-wise, and Punjab is the largest province population wise, has a world of its own, fed by a network of perennial stream flowing through the plain. Its vast stretches of green fields present an eye-catching spectacles. Here the tribal system is replaced. Also we discussed that Punjab and Sindh, they are not having a strong tribal system like Balochistan and North Frontier, but here, the tribal system is replaced by a system of brotherhood known as Biradri. The people are generally gay and lively, fond of games, pastimes, fair, festivals, and given away to folk songs and music. Here, as a symbol of yearning soul, and Ranja as a symbol of eternal love. are the living Punjabi ideals of honor, loyalty, steadfastness, courage, and fortitude. Here, agriculture and industrialization go together, and some towns still wear an old look, though moving towards the modern era. Lahore, it's the capital city of Punjab, and with its educational complexes, also beautiful gardens, and Lahore is famous for old historical buildings, monuments with walls, domes, minarets, and trade and commercial center is indeed the heart of Pakistan. Now we will discuss Sindh. The same is true of Sindh, where the Indus and its offshoot run through the whole stretches of the region, like a spine in the body, irrigating the fertile land, contributing to the prosperity of the province. Not as populous as Punjab, this province is not populous as Punjab. It is no less fascinating in the large variety of its racial stock, the ethos of its people, representing traditions, customs, values ranging from the ancient times to the Middle Age Islamic period and the modern technological era. The occasional bullock cart reminds one of the Mohenjo-daro antiquity, mean the ancient past, especially period of classical and other human civilization before the Middle Age. And Mohenjo-daro, one is the oldest civilization which is in province Sindh, also known as Sindh is also known. It can be asked in MCQ. So underline land of saints and fakirs. The land resounds with the mystic lores of Lal Shehbaz, Shah Latif, Sachal Sarmast. One on the coastline overlooking the blue waters, Arabian Sea, stands the industrial commercial town of Karachi, struggling through its growing population of all sorts and fast rising skyline. It has all the outfits of the modern cosmopolitan city. What is the meaning of cosmopolitan city? That is cosmopolitan city, it means a city where the people from various parts of the world live with different languages, cultures, and custom live together. Hope student you understand these the pattern of the social pattern of these four provinces. In Balochistan, we discuss like the people, main common sight that one comes across in the countryside, that of the shepherds grazing their sheep, goats, camel. And also we discuss the women folk attired in the long sleeved flowing dress with colorful needlework called pashak. Then we discuss the north frontier, and here we discuss a strong Jirga system, tribal system, and which is based, also we discussed, it has three main characteristics. Number one, revenge. Number two, Melmastia. And number three, Nanavati. Then we discussed the Pakhtunwali is based on a number of institutions, the Jirga, the Riwaj, the Lashkar, the Hujra. Now the Punjab, we discussed the Punjab largest province in respect of population. Then we discussed Lahore, its capital, and with beautiful garden, old historical buildings, monuments, trade and commercial center, and of course the heart of Pakistan. Then we discuss the Sindh, where the Indus and its offshoots run through the whole stretch of the region, and land of saints and fakirs. And we discuss here the land resounds with mystic lores of Lal Shehbaz, Shah Latif, and Sachal Sarmast, and one of the old civilization that is found here, Mohenjo-daro. The next now, geographical importance of Pakistan. The entire physiognomy of Pakistan presents a socio-cultural pageant of varied dimension, transcending from the earlier traditional society of an Islamic uh, equal right and opportunities, egalitarian society, blending itself to modern social concept. Now, geographical importance of Pakistan. Also, we have discussed the geographical importance of Pakistan. We discussed the neighboring countries of Pakistan, Pakistan occupies a central position, in the middle of the Muslim countries, linking the South Asia subcontinent to the rest of the world, and its highlands from a continuous belt through. These are the neighboring countries: Bharat, China, Iran, and Afghanistan. Also, it can be asked in short question: name the neighboring countries of Pakistan: Bharat, China, Iran, and Afghanistan. While the coastline stretches through the Middle East. On the both of flanks, the passes across hills, especially the Khyber and Bolan Pass, and the sea lanes along the Makran Coast has served the important route of communication since time immemorial. Pakistan has been endured with different terrain and a variable weather. Also, we have discussed Allah blessed Pakistan, the variety of weather, and also we have a seaport and which is running throughout the year. In the north of lie invincible mountain range, the Himalayas and Karakoram. Also, we have discussed these mountain ranges in detail: Himalayas and Karakoram. The deserts, with the great deserts in the southeast, separates the Indus Valley from Rajasthan and Gujarat. In between, the plain of Punjab and Sindh are served with an elaborate river system which ensure the geophysical unity of Pakistan, and the various or the different subcultures based on tribal or feudal societies or rural or urban social pattern or orders are now mixed, collect together, integrated into a common culture, and which is based the dynamic Pakistani society. Next, early civilization archaeology has revealed and established a continuous tradition of human settlement in the land of Pakistan, dating back to the hundred of thousands of years. We have discussed Pakistan, the museum of races. Pakistan is a land, is called the museum of races, and from the objects discovered in the Swan Valley. No less significant has been discovery of the network of village cultures dotting along the tracts west of the Indus and in Balochistan, estimated to be between 5 to 20,000 years old. These villages societies were important link in the process of evolution to more advanced urban civilization of the Indus Valley that flourished around Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. These are the two oldest civilizations which are found in Pakistan, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, and also we call the most civilized. Why we called it? Because the from the primitive stone object, the rough tools, the utensils of copper, bronze, to the more refined clay, twice, steel. Statuettes means small statue, and the wheeled carts, paved streets, drain. Why we called? Because the streets were paved, proper drain system, and brick lined houses. There exist a process of continuity in the cultural unity. Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, the things they found, they are uh, they resembles, and there exists a process of continuity in the cultural unity of the region. The process was maintained in the later cultural developments during the large scale incursions of the Persian, Greek, other Turco, during the large scale Turco-Mongol races, as evidence from the art pieces and other archaeological finds in the Gandhara Valley and Texla region. These are all the oldest places of Pakistan, and the Gandhara Valley, Texla region, the oldest city of Pakistan, and Mohenjo-daro and Harappa during 3000 to 2000 BC. And the things they found, the different things found, it can be asked in short question: rough tools, utensils of copper, bronze, more refined clay, toy, seal, small statue, wheel carts, paved streets, and the drain and the brick lined houses. They existed a process of continuity in the cultural unity of the region. However, more important than these outwards from forms a cultural tradition in the region of Pakistan is the inner soul, is the basic soul and spirit which has provided a distinctive personality to the Pakistani culture and gives Pakistan its identity. This is the color or the variety, or these are the things, or this gave the regions of Pakistan the inner soul and spirit which has provided a distinctive or a special personality to the Pakistani culture. Islamic spirit now in its long journey through history stretched over 1,000 year Pakistan encountered many creed and religion. In fact, the acceptance one and the rejection of the other suggest that the people, instead of remaining attuned to mundane means dull. Concern of life had been in quest for its spiritual basis. In the process, the region passed through many cultural land. However, Islam made an enduring impact in this region. And when it came from Sindh and Balochistan, this was the time of 8th century. It made it contacts with the Sindh and Balochistan in the 8th century and with the northern areas and the Punjab 2 centuries later. Unlike the earlier concept and systems which rose and fell in this region in the past, Islam became a catalyst in all spheres of intellectual, spiritual, material life of the people. Islamic principles and prospects of equality, brotherhood, we have discussed in this in the advent of Islam, that Islamic principle, which is based on equality, brotherhood, social justice, tolerance, patience, completely transformed social environment. Melia means social environment and brought about unity and cohesion among the believers, that is, people of the faith. These principles inspired all their creative activities, motivated their cultural expression in art, agriculture, architectures, literature, giving them a distinct cultural idea. In fact, it was this cultural consciousness which led to the creation of Pakistan and distinguished its people from the other. Here, what is the meaning of this? That when Islam came in 8th century, contact with Sindh and Balochistan, and after the advent of Islam, the basic principles, the Islamic principles, the qualities of Islam, which is equality, brotherhood, social justice, tolerance, patience, and this completely transformed the social environment and it brought unity and cohesion among the believers, that is people of the faith, and these principles inspire all the other activities and the Islamic culture, and it show in the art, architecture, literature, all in these all things. It show the Pakistan Islamic culture, and which led to the creation of Pakistan. Wow, it create the Pakistan because the people of the India, why they demanded a separate country? Because they are a different nation and they have their own religion. This was the reason they demanded a separate country, because they wanted to live according to their religion, and it which led to the creation of Pakistan and distinguish its people from the other, because of the Islamic spirit, because of the Islam, because of their religion, and it show in their arts, architecture, literature, it in these giving them a distinct cultural idea. Before the arrival of Muslims. Before the arrival of Muslims, the Hindu religion, they have introduced themselves. The Aryans had taken firm roots in the subcontinent. Before the advent of Islam, before the arrival of the Muslims, the Hindu religion, they have introduced themselves. The Aryans, the firm roots in the subcontinent, and this based on the oppressive and arbitrary class distinction, and they have divided themselves into four castes, four groups, or and they have divided themselves. The Hindu society, they have demanded Hindu religion, they have divided themselves in four different groups, fixing a rigid framework of their life and status and social function. The high caste, the first caste or the first group, that is called Brahmin, monopolized control all social benefits and positions of authority, while the other castes were deprived of all the material and spiritual good. Due to the concept of transmigration of soul and multiplicity of deities, the intermingling of other castes had virtually become impossible The culture that grew under such social condition could not but be uneven, inconsiderate, and intolerant. This retarded social progress and advance through Deva's reaction against the social injustice of the Brahmanic system and new movement like Buddhism and Jainism. What is Buddhism? Buddhism is the world fourth largest religion, and Buddhism encompasses a variety of tradition, beliefs, spiritual practices, largely based on original teaching attributed to the Buddha and resulting interpreted philosophies. And what is Jainism? Is an old ancient religion, Hindu religion, Indian religion, raised their heads. These were either gradually absorbed back into Hinduism or were forced out of the subcontinent. Jainism today exists as one of the sects of Hinduism, and Buddhism lingers only in some parts of the subcontinent, though still vastly popular in Far East. Here we discuss before the advent of Islam or the arrival of Muslim, the Hindu, they have divided themselves in four caste system, and the first or the most important or the high caste, that was Brahmins, and which having all social benefits and position of authority, while the other caste were treated badly. Greatness of Islamic religion. Now we will discuss the greatness of Islam or the greatness of Islamic religion. Islam was different from all the earlier system. We discuss now the what was happening in Hindu religion, but we discuss that Islamic principles, social justice, brotherhood, equality. So Islam was different from all the earlier system, which lost their identities and were either reabsorbed into Hindu fold or were liquidated. Having its own well-defined principle of human values of love, peace, justice, equality, tolerance, brotherhood, patience, which are basically antithetical of the to the rigid caste system of the Hindu society. Islam was able to stand to its own ground. There was neither a class of high priests, the Brahmins, nor that the low caste, the Shudras. Islam teaches the equality. Islam is the religion of brotherhood. Islam is the religion of justice, tolerance, equality, peace, and love. No discrimination, no differences, no superiority like there was neither a class of high priests like the Brahmins nor the low caste, the Shudras. Shudras, that is the low caste of Hindu religion, the fourth caste of the Hindu religion, and the only basis of distinction in society was piety, righteousness, and good conduct in Islam and taqwa. Thus, a social system which recognized no distinctions of race, color, creed, language, or admitted no other division in society readily attracted the people who had long grown under oppressive system and had suffered deprivation of human rights. The great efforts made by Muslim missionaries like Sufis and Sheikhs in preaching the prospects of the universality of God, human equality, and tolerance resulted in large scale conversion in the area now in Pakistan, as also the remote areas of the subcontinent. The new social order symbolized a major revolution which had a far reaching effect on social development and cultural growth. Now, the cultural growth is a study of the cultural growth of the Muslims of the subcontinent, reveals many interesting features. As seen above, the Muslim entered the subcontinent from two different directions, that is, from Arabia, Syria, and Iraq during the 8th and 9th centuries, and through Persia and Central Asia from the 10th century. Steeped in the ideals and precepts of Islam, they brought with them new concepts in learning, knowledge, art, craft, human skills, while they adopted such traditions, customs of the local people which were not inconsistent with the Islamic teaching, and picked up many other traits from the new environment. These are the cultural growth and of the Muslims of the subcontinent. and it show the Islamic it shows in their art, in their culture. Now, withstanding racial or tribal and regional or occupational factors which led to the growth of Muslim culture in its many dimensions, Islamic norms and values always remain a vital force in the cultural make up the Muslim belonging to all areas. This common outlook of life and of emerging hopes and aspiration led to greater cohesion among the Muslim during the century and half of struggle for freedom. All these things we have discussed in the previous lecture, like the provinces we have discussed in the previous lecture, geography of Pakistan we have discussed in the previous lecture, greatness of Islamic religion, how Islam spread in the subcontinent, how the arrivals of the advent of the Islam. All these topics we have discussed in the previous lecture, and later, this common outlook of life and of emerging hopes and aspirations led to the greater cohesions among the Muslim during the century and a half of struggle for freedom, which finally gave the Muslim a nation, a cultural identity in their newly established Islamic state, Pakistan. How Islam came to India, how it spread, how the Sufis and the Sheikh they preached this religion, and how Islam spread in this area, and finally the state, the newly state established called Pakistan, looking into the various aspects of the cultural life of the people of Pakistan, how their social ways, their ceremonies from birth to death, marriage traditions, fair, festival, one finds the basic unity of Islamic value existing in all the areas of Pakistan. The same is true of art, architecture, of the folklore, music, poetry of language, literature, education, and all show the underlying cultural unity. It all show the Islamic touch, Islamic. It shows the Islamic color or Islamic culture or the cultural unity in the following. Now the topic is finished. We have done this topic. Student, hope you understand this topic. This is the easiest topic, and mostly that this topic we have discussed before: the tribal, feudal, rural and urban, and also the province wise we have discussed each and everything, and geographically we have discussed, and hope you understand today's lecture. It's very important. Long question: what are the social patterns of Pakistan? What is the social pattern of the Pakistan's culture? You have to write all. Thank you, student. Hope you understand today's lecture. Have a nice day.